Babies made from real people's DNA coming to life. A baby was born with DNA from 3 people. The first question that pops up in our mind is, how is that even possible? Well, only science can answer this question. How does a child with DNA from 3 people differ genetically from a child with only 2 biological parents? Well, that must be very interesting to know. In this video, we will explore how this technology developed and what medical conditions it might be used to address in the future. How does the UK's approach to regulating this technology? Let's dive into the scientific world together. The first baby in the UK made with DNA from 3 people has been born following a groundbreaking IVF treatment that attempts to shield infants from inheriting terminal diseases. In the UK, the first child born from 3 genetic parents has recently been born. The goal of the breakthrough is to prevent human fertilization and embryology from a woman passing on faulty genes to a kid. Let's examine how it operates, since the method has only been used in less than 5 births. The interesting point is how the process of creating a baby with genetic material from 3 people was accomplished and what ethical considerations were involved. Using tissue from healthy female donors' eggs, a procedure known as mitochondrial donation therapy, MDT, produces IVF embryos free of dangerous abnormalities that their mothers contain and are likely to pass on to their offspring. While the mother and father provide the embryo's nuclear DNA, which determines traits like personality and eye color, then the third parent contributes a tiny amount of mitochondrial DNA. Consequently, an embryo is created that has nuclear DNA from the mother and father of the child, as well as healthy mitochondria from the donor. The therapy aims to stop the transmission of potentially fatal hereditary disorders and genes from parents to their offspring. Nearly, the mitochondria is what is passed down from the third parent. If you consider that one of the things that may have contributed to part of the shock around this work was the title created by the media, calling it 3 parents' babies, which isn't that accurate. It's not what makes it totally true. What you're doing here is basically taking a fertilized egg from a mother who is carrying mitochondria, or these tiny organs that are essentially the power packs of the batteries that live in all the cells of our body. The way it works involves just information and donors from through individuals. As usual, the resultant infant includes DNA from the mother and father, plus a small amount of genetic material, about 37 genes, from the donor. The embryos combine sperm and egg from the biological parents with tiny battery-like structures called mitochondria from the donor's egg. Although more than 99.8% of the DNA in the kids comes from the mother and father, the method has given rise to the term 3-parent babies. What long-term effects might this technology have on the future of evolution of humanity and the development of new characteristics and traits? Doctors at the Newcastle Fertility Centre in the UK were the first to research MDT, often called mitochondrial replacement treatment, or MRT. The project aimed to enable pregnant mothers with the altered mitochondria to avoid transferring genetic diseases to their offspring. Harmful mutations in the batteries can impact all a woman's offspring because people inherit all their mitochondria from their mothers. For affected women, having a child naturally is frequently a gamble. Because only a tiny part of the altered mitochondria is inherited by some newborns, they may be healthy at birth. However, some people could inherit significantly more and end up with serious deadly conditions. Mitochondrial diseases harm 1 in every 6,000 newborns. Nearly all of a person's 20,000 genes are wound up in the nucleus of each of their cells. When working properly, the mitochondria supply essential energy to the cells that make up our organs. The brain, heart, muscles, and liver are the tissues most often affected by mitochondrial mutations, since they require the most energy. Well, the number of children with mitochondrial illness is significant, since we are aware of the possible risk that these diseases may run in the family. If this treatment is successful, 1 in every 6,000 kids born in the UK will have a mitochondrial disorder, which can be fatal or severely life-limiting. They can have a wide range of issues because mitochondria power every cell in the body, including issues with muscles and other body organs, neurological illnesses, and brain abnormalities. To make this process possible, the UK altered the law. It is not the first of its kind. It's been attempted and completed successfully several times, most recently in North America a few years ago. Still, here in the UK, we have a structure in place and a regulatory climate that is enabling it to take place. The NHS can now offer this service, And in many of these cases, if you are prone to mitochondrial DNA problems, it means you can't get pregnant frequently because the mother will miscarry repeatedly, so either having issues. So it could be a real learning experience for embryologists worldwide who want to develop this technique. Well, that's it for today. Do let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section, and let us know your views about this technique. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for the next uploads. Thanks for watching.